Summary of Chapter 1 of Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. An Animal of No Significance. Chapter 1 introduces the central idea of the book. Humans were once just another ordinary animal species among many. Yuval Noah Harari explains how Homo sapiens slowly evolved and eventually became the dominant species on Earth. The chapter challenges the belief that humans were always special or superior. 1. The beginning of humans. Harari starts by explaining that humans belong to a family of animals called apes. Humans share ancestors with chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. Millions of years ago, there were many different human species living on Earth, not just modern humans. The scientific classification of humans is: Kingdom Animalia, Class Mammalia, Order Primates, Genus Homo, Species Sapiens. The term Homo sapiens means wise man. Harari explains that humans evolved in East Africa around 2.5 million years ago from an earlier ape species. For a very long time, humans were weak and unimportant creatures. They were not at the top of the food chain. 2. Many human species once existed. One of the most surprising ideas in the chapter is that Homo sapiens were not the only humans. Several human species lived at the same time, including Homo neanderthalensis, Neanderthals, Homo erectus, Homo rudolfensis, Homo ceylonensis, Homo denisova, Homo floresiensis. These species looked different and lived in different environments. For example, Neanderthals. Neanderthals were stronger and more muscular than modern humans. They lived in Europe and colder regions. Homo erectus. This species survived for almost 2 million years, much longer than Homo sapiens have existed so far. Homo floresiensis. These were tiny humans discovered on an Indonesian island. Because of their small size, they are sometimes called hobbits. Harari says that if these species still existed today, society would look completely different. We might have different laws, rights, and ideas about humanity. 3. Humans were once weak animals. Early humans were not powerful hunters. Compared to lions, elephants, or sharks, humans were physically weak. Humans could not run very fast, had weak claws and teeth, were vulnerable to predators, lacked natural defenses. For millions of years, humans survived mainly by gathering plants, insects, and small animals. They also scavenged meat left behind by stronger predators. Harari explains that humans were somewhere in the middle of the food chain. This shaped human psychology deeply. Even today, many human fears and anxieties may come from this long period of weakness and survival struggle. 4. The importance of fire. Around 800,000 years ago, humans learned to control fire. This changed everything. Fire gave humans several advantages. Protection. Fire scared away dangerous animals. Warmth. Humans could survive in colder environments. Cooking. Cooking made food softer and easier to digest. Cooked food allowed humans to spend less energy chewing, digest nutrients more efficiently, develop smaller stomachs and larger brains. Harari explains that cooking was one of the most important turning points in human evolution. Fire also helped humans stay active at night, socialize around campfires, strengthen group relationships. 5. Bigger brains and social cooperation. Humans slowly developed larger brains. However, large brains created problems too. Large brains require enormous energy, make childbirth difficult, cause babies to be born helpless. Human babies need years of care compared to many animals. Because of this, humans became highly social creatures. Cooperation became essential for survival. Families and communities worked together too. protect children, find food, share knowledge. Harari suggests that social cooperation later became one of humanity's greatest strengths. 6. Humans reached the top of the food chain very quickly. For most of history, humans were ordinary animals. Then suddenly, humans became the most powerful creatures on Earth. Harari calls this a major and rapid change. Unlike lions or sharks, which evolved slowly over millions of years, humans rose to dominance extremely quickly. This rapid rise created instability. Harari compares humans to dictators who suddenly gain power without learning responsibility. Because humans reach the top so fast, we often misuse power. We damage ecosystems. We exploit animals and nature. The chapter suggests that humans may be dangerous partly because evolution did not prepare us properly for such immense control over the planet. 7. The extinction of other human species. One of the chapter's major mysteries is what happened to the other human species. When Homo sapiens spread from Africa into Europe and Asia, other human species began disappearing. There are two main theories. The interbreeding theory. Homo sapiens mated with other species like Neanderthals, and eventually the populations merged. Modern genetic studies show that many humans today still carry small percentages of Neanderthal DNA. The replacement theory. Homo sapiens completely replaced or killed other human species through violence, competition, or better survival abilities. Harari suggests that Homo sapiens may have caused the extinction of rival human species. This raises uncomfortable questions. Were early humans cruel? Did genocide begin long before modern civilization? 8. Human uniqueness. The chapter asks an important question. What made Homo sapiens special? Other animals can use tools, communicate, cooperate. Even other human species had some intelligence. So why did Homo sapiens dominate? Harari hints that the answer lies in unique cognitive abilities, which he explores more deeply in later chapters. He suggests that humans developed extraordinary imagination and communication skills. This allowed large groups of strangers to cooperate in ways no other species could. 9. Humans and nature. Harari challenges the idea that humans live separately from nature. He argues, humans are animals. Human behavior is shaped by biology and evolution. Civilization did not remove our animal instincts. Many modern human behaviors still reflect ancient survival patterns. Fear, competition, tribal loyalty, desire for status. Understanding human history requires understanding biology. 10. The Cognitive Revolution Introduction. At the end of the chapter, Harari introduces the idea of the cognitive revolution, which happened around 70,000 years ago. This revolution transformed Homo sapiens completely. Humans suddenly developed advanced language, creativity, complex planning, shared myths and beliefs. This allowed humans to build larger societies, hunt more effectively, spread rapidly across the world. The cognitive revolution became the foundation for culture, religion, nations, money, empires. Harari suggests that imagination, not strength, is humanity's true superpower. Main themes of Chapter 1. 1. Humans are animals. The chapter repeatedly reminds readers that humans are not separate from nature. 2. Evolution shaped humanity. Human intelligence, cooperation, and behavior developed through survival struggles over millions of years. 3. Power came suddenly. Humans became dominant very quickly, which may explain many modern problems. 4. Cooperation is humanity's greatest strength. The ability to work together in large groups became more important than physical strength. 5. Human history is full of mystery. Many questions remain unanswered. Why did other human species disappear? What exactly made sapiens different? Were early humans peaceful or violent? Important ideas explained simply. Why were humans weak at first? Humans lacked sharp teeth, speed, and strength. They survived mainly through intelligence and cooperation. Why was fire so important? Fire improved food, safety, warmth, and social life. Cooking may have helped brain development. Why are large brains important? Large brains allowed advanced thinking, planning, communication, and creativity. Why did other human species disappear? Possibly because Homo sapiens outcompeted, absorbed, or killed them. Lessons from the chapter. 1. Human dominance was not guaranteed. Humans could easily have remained insignificant animals. 2. Intelligence can be both powerful and dangerous. Humans transform the world rapidly, often harming other species. 3. Cooperation matters more than physical power. Working together helped humans survive and expand. 4. History should be viewed scientifically. Harari encourages readers to understand humanity through evolution and evidence, rather than myths alone. Conclusion. Chapter 1 of Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, completely changes the way we think about humanity. Instead of portraying humans as naturally superior beings, Yuval Noah Harari shows that Homo sapiens were once weak, vulnerable animals struggling to survive. The chapter explains human evolution, the existence of multiple human species, the role of fire in cooperation, the rise of intelligence, the mystery behind humanity's dominance. Most importantly, the chapter prepares readers for the book's larger message. Human civilization was built not only on physical evolution, but on the unique human ability to imagine, cooperate, and create shared beliefs.